Well, the next big test for Nvidia actually kicks off next week on Monday at the Nvidia GTC conference. Kristina Partsinevelos joins us now with 3 things to watch. So what should we be expecting ahead of this?
Well, I'll be there. So the first thing is going to be any update on their next architecture for a new AI chip, the Blackwell, so the B100. We'll want to know specs, how is the memory content? If the memory content surpasses AMD's latest chip, then that's going to be a negative for AMD. Then we'll also want to know maybe, some details on the average selling price, because that'll affect margins. Some rumors that maybe it'll be about 30% higher than the H100. If that's the case, good news for margins, but may depress demand a little bit. The second major point is just this adoption across enterprise. We've seen this with the capex of the spending of the big players like Google, Amazon, Microsoft, et cetera, but there's all the other facets of the market that still have yet to implement their own large language models. So we should expect some more commentary about that, as well as maybe some partnerships. There's been some talk. Micron alluded to something. Oracle alluded to something. Yes. So you'll see the derivatives of that event move in unison as well. And then last but not least, inferencing. Inferencing is the second part of a large language model. You shoot the training in and then you use the training data to answer queries. And on the earnings call, Jensen Huang, the CEO, said that 40% of data center revenue actually came from inferencing. And most people were a little surprised by that number because Nvidia has been so well known for training, and the concern was they're going to lose that market share to an AMD or others for the inferencing. And so I'm sure he will talk about this being the next big driver for demand, and then how that maybe will result in an update to their total addressable market, which is at $1 trillion, crazy number. Huh. But yeah, I mean, you look at it. What is it? 5 years ago, the market cap was 100 billion, and now it's 2.3 trillion, or a little bit more than that. It's incredible.
Those numbers are pretty astronomical. It almost it feels like the the FOMO trade. I mean, Brenda, what would you want to hear from Nvidia next week that might entice you to buy a little bit more, get back in? I know you just trimmed some of those profits, but is there something that you could hear that, oh my gosh, I can't risk not being in?
Yeah, well, we're still in, for sure. We've just taken a little bit off the top, recognizing just how much of a move we've seen. I personally don't know if there's anything we could hear that we haven't already. I mean, Jensen Huang does a pretty good job on the conference calls talking about this enormous market they have, how every data center needs to be updated eventually, and how they're going to touch all different kinds of businesses. They do have pretty big concentration in revenue right now in terms of customer concentration with the Microsofts and the Metas of the world. So I guess hearing more about how that's going to broaden out potentially in the shorter term could be good news in terms of potential risk from those customers next year not spending quite as much as they spent this year. But outside of that, I don't know if there's really anything new that would change our mind. I mean, still feel very positive about the company and their positioning, but would have to be a lot to really get us to step in to buy more.
What about you, or if you we get more details from the Oracle partnership that was sort of teased out, but we don't know that much about? Would you be interested there and some of the tertiary players?
I would be interested there, but I'd also be interested in his take on the customers, their key customers that Brenda mentioned, who are so aggressively looking for other solutions. Right? With Taiwan Semi, with ASML providing their most advanced technology to allow the competition to blossom and bloom. Nobody wants to be that dependent on Nvidia as a sole source at very high prices. So I want to know how he's thinking about that, and if he's going to lower prices, for his chips, so that you don't have this massive rush for the door, which is building. I mean, every large tech company's come out and said, we're building our own chips, we're designing our own chips, and ASML is the toolbox for that, and Intel Foundries. So how are you going to compete with that burgeoning threat? So that's what I'd like to know.
Okay, that's a good one.